you would think at first glance, if he is keeping a photo of his ex besides his bed, he's probably still hung up on the ex, right? He doesn't think it's weird. But his new girlfriend, she got a bit of a problem with this, all right? If you got something going on in your life, you want to share it with The Bert Show, let us debate it. Hit us up at thebertshow.com. Kristen has the email.
Dear Bert Show, I've been listening to your show for so long now, I don't really know who to turn to. So I thought I'd email you. And anybody can do that at thebertshow.com. I've been seeing my boyfriend for a few years now. We connect in many ways, but recently he did something questionable. Can I get some advice? Early on in our relationship, there was a woman he was friends with that he kept separate from me. I asked to go for coffee with them sometime just to meet her. Instead, he continued to hang out with her and never introduced us. After they had a falling out, which he never explained to me, I decided to let go of my insecurities and not let it get the best of me. Fast forward to recently, he just left his job he has been at for years. He used to work there with his ex before we met at the same job over a year after their breakup. It's kind of a confusing sentence, but on his last day there, after us being together for a few years, he printed off his ex's old ID photo and put it into his bedside table. I was leaving a surprise gift there for him one day, since he was stressed about starting somewhere new, when I noticed the photo. I asked him about it, and his response was, he only did it because of anger. I told him I understand having photos or things from your past and would understand if that's why he did it, since he has nothing from this time period of his life. He insisted he was just so angry, he printed it off.
What? Does this make... Am I missing something?
No.
I was so mad I wanted to see her face every day.
Yeah. I don't understand his point of view, but I've asked him if he feels this much anger after this many years, he should maybe look at talking to someone. I do love him and want to support him, but at this point, I don't want to stay if he isn't willing to work on what he says are his issues that need to be worked on. How long should I wait to see if he seeks help? It's been a few months since he said he would look at getting himself help. Am I just being crazy? Is this normal? Since then, I don't know what he has done with the photo or anything. I'm just in the dark, and I know he likes to keep his personal things private and doesn't talk too much. Once again, I love the show. Look forward to hearing your thoughts.
Okay, so I have a couple of questions here that I'm unclear on. So
Yeah,
he takes a picture of an old ID photo, and it's not on his bedside table. It's in his bedside table?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, it's in the drawer.
So it's not like it's there for him to see every day.
It's not framed sitting there next to like a candle or something.
And his reason for taking a picture of her ID is because he was angry?
Yes.
He's very angry.
Allegedly.
I don't understand why you would do that.
I don't either.
Me
I'm
either.
also confused about the friend she mentions in the beginning. He always kept me separate from this friend, and I asked if we could go get coffee. Is that the ex?
I
Or is
don't
that just
know.
a separate transgression with another person of the opposite sex?
It sounds like it's the same. I don't know.
No, that it's the same. That's a different woman.
I think it's just two little red flags.
yeah.
Like he's keeping thoughts and relationships separate from her.
Because she let that go.
Mhm.
So after they had a falling out, which he never explained, she let that go. And didn't want the. Now she said, fast forward to recently, just left his job, used to work with his ex, and on his last day, he printed off her ID.
Like, when does this stop? Like, does he get to a point where he's like, I'm so angry, I'm gonna go date her again.
I'm so mad.
I'm just so angry.
I'm gonna take her to coffee.
I'm gonna sleep with her. I'm just angry.
You know what? We're gonna go rent a cabin in the mountains. That's how mad I am.
I've never been so pissed in my life. Let's go to Red Lobster.
Taking a cruise with her. We can only speculate on a whole bunch of stuff in this email, but all of it falls under the umbrella of shady.
It just doesn't.
Was he dating her in the past and then they became friends and he didn't want to tell our listener that they once were more intimate than just friends? So he concocted a story. That's why he was keeping them separate. Could that be one of it? I don't know.
There's a lot going on here.
There's a lot going on here, and
It makes zero sense. Hey, Tiffany, good morning.
Good morning.
What you got?
This guy is showing all kind of red flags. I have been in this position before. It is not a carnival, believe it or not. she needs to take some time and think about this one and leave it alone, most likely.
Yeah, it just makes absolutely no. Thank you for calling. It just makes no sense. Yeah, he doesn't sound like a real good bet.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a win-win situation because if she does break up with him, that's a quick way to get your face printed out and put in the bedside table.
But you have to do it in a way that's really going to anger
Yeah,
him.
piss him
So
off.
angry.
Doggy, that's the breakup gift. When she breaks
Yeah.
up with him, she goes, "Here's my photo. This is for you to put in the bedside
Yeah.
table
I
because
laminated it.
we are no longer dating."
Look, for the listener that sent this, we can't give you great advice because some of the details are a little bit on the cloudy side. But certainly, if you're feeling like, is this kind of stuff shady? Yeah, we assure you it is. Yeah.
You're not crazy.
Exactly.
It's not normal.
Exactly.
Because when you date a guy like this, he can make you feel crazy about the most obvious things.
100%.
Yes, this doesn't make any sense to us. He says he has issues that need to be worked on. You encourage him to work on those issues. If he refuses to do so, then we encourage you to bounce.
Yep.
The Bert Show.